It's 9 o'clock, so we'll call this special meeting of the Commissioners Court to order here on the 23rd day of March at 9 a.m. here at the courthouse. Everybody will rise for the invocation and pledge. We've got Dr. Tony Rundles here today to say our...
Amen. Let us pray. Our God and our Father, we thank you for this court today. We thank you for our commissioners. We thank you for this county. We thank you for this city. Lord, we pray your blessings and your guidance. Teach us how to go in and out among people. Give us insight. Give us a spirit of discernment. What's best fit our community today. And Lord, we give you all the praise and all the glory that every decision that's made, every discussion that will bring you glory. And it is so in the precious name of Jesus. Amen.
Thank you, Dr. Pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Dr. Rundles, for being here today. Number one, public comments and requests for information on non-agenda items in accordance with Section 551.042, the Texas Open Meeting Act. I don't have anything before me, so nothing there. Number two, consider and possibly approve the minutes from the February 25th, 2026 emergency meeting of the Commissioners Court.
Make a motion we approve.
Got a motion made by Commissioner Parchman to approve those minutes.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Mitchell. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Carries unanimously. Number three, consider and possibly approve the minutes from the March 9th, 2026 regular meeting of the Commissioners Court.
Make a motion we approve them.
Got a motion made by Commissioner Parker to approve those minutes.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Parchman. All those in favor? All those opposed? Carries unanimously. Number four, we've got a presentation today by Congressman Moran, not only our congressman, but a close friend of mine. He's the second best quarterback in White House history. But we come on sad terms today to honor Mr. Jeff Derrick's family. We had a memorial service for him on Saturday, and all our firefighters and all, and appreciate all of them taking us out to the fire station. But Congressman Moran, thank you for being here today.
Thank you, Judge, and thank you to each of the commissioners, Commissioner Parchman, Mitchell, Applewhite, and Parker. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to be here today. It's days like these that are very solemn days, solemn times that remind us what is truly important in this world. Things like love and service and sacrifice, our family, our community. Today we are going to have an opportunity to honor a great man, as you all know, Jeff Derrick, and a great moment of sacrifice. That unfortunately came with tragedy. And so I wanted to, as we heard the story of Jeff's death and what he did to try to serve this community, we knew instantly we wanted to come up here and to honor him and to make a presentation to his family. In a moment, I want to invite his wife up to receive a congressional record. And Susan, I just want to start out by saying how sorry we are for you and for your family. I was struck as I read the life story of Jeff about all the wonderful things that he had accomplished, and even going back to high school, the great nickname that he had in high school, and the interactions that he had with his family throughout all of their life, and that really it came down in my mind to four words: faith and family, and fishing and firefighting. I don't know if that's how it all played out, but as I read through the materials, I thought, this is really a life of significance. And my staff and I talk often about making an eternal difference, an eternal impact in the things that we do in this life. Jeff, no doubt, did that. He left an eternal impact on the lives of those around him. And so, Susan, what we did was we decided we wanted to make a speech that was part of the congressional record on Jeff's behalf and on your behalf, to say that we want to honor what happened to him and what he was doing for this community when he passed on to eternity. Let me read just a little bit of this for you. Wanted to make this again part of the official congressional record, and so It says, Mr. Speaker, I rise today to honor the life and service of Jeff Lynn Derrick, a volunteer firefighter who made the ultimate sacrifice on February 27th, 2026, as a member of the Tri-Lakes Volunteer Fire Department in Titus County. Jeff and his fellow volunteers responded to a tractor fire that rapidly spread into a dangerous pasture blaze. Extreme weather conditions and shifting winds caused the fire to intensify, and Jeff sacrificed his life protecting the lives and property of his neighbors. Jeff brought to the fire service the same dedication that defined his entire life. After graduating from the University of Arizona, which, by the way, I'm wearing University of Arizona colors today, he led a successful career at Hughes Aircraft Company and Raytheon Technologies. He was a marathon runner, a decades-long bass fishing enthusiast, a youth sports coach, and proud boat captain at the Winsboro High School fishing team. What I loved about it also was how many of the family he taught to fish, and the amount of quality time that he was able to spend with not just his kids and his grandkids and his nephews along the time, but I'm sure in those moments, the lessons that were passed on to each one of them. This past weekend, I actually was fishing with my kids on Saturday morning, and that quality time cannot be replaced, and it will never be forgotten. Above all, he was a devoted husband to Susan, a loving father to Jennifer, Douglas, and Mark, a proud grandfather to 7, and great-grandfather to Tobias. 1 year ago, Jeff joined the Tri-Lakes Volunteer Fire Department to answer the call of serving others, once again, as his life was marked. I extend my deepest condolences to his family and his fellow firefighters at Tri-Lakes. May he rest in peace, and may his community never forget the price that he paid to protect it. So that's part of the record forever in the United States Congress. Susan, would you join me? I'd like to present this to you today. Judge, our prayers are with Susan and the family, and our thanks are with this community for recognizing how special Jeff was and for emulating that. That's not just a character that, the character that he showed is not just unique to him, but frankly, it's widespread in Titus County. There are great men and women up here that day in and day out serve and sacrifice for their neighbors and for their families, and we are grateful for that leadership and that example. So with that, I yield back.
We appreciate that, and we appreciate you coming today, and we appreciate the job you're doing for us in Washington, representing us well. Thank you so much. We've got one other thing, then I'm going to let y'all go. I know some of y'all need to catch flights, and Congressman Rand, you got some stuff. But the next item on the number 5 is discuss and possibly take action regarding request from the Titus County Fire Departments to approve the funding and adding of firefighter Jeff Lynn Derrick to the line of duty memorial located just outside the courthouse here. And Jimmy Parker.
Yes, I've got Justin with the chief at Nortex. He has got some quotes and all for us on what it's going to be.
Yeah, my name is Justin Hargrove. I'm the fire chief at Nortex Volunteer Fire Department. I'm here today to request $150 for the Jeff Derrick of Tri-Lakes Volunteer Fire Department to be added to the line of duty death memorial located outside the east steps here. I spoke with Commissioner Parker, and he did ask me to get some quotes. Sent out bids to Marta Stone here in Mount Pleasant, received no bid. Kemp County Monument in Pittsburgh was $185, and then Don Brewer in Sulphur Springs was the low bid at $150, and he's the same one that completed the work in 2023. So, and I just would ask that the commissioners fund the $150 to update this memorial.
Did he give you any time frame on that?
He did not.
Wait till they get some up this
Yeah,
to do them.
I know before it took quite a while, and we started working on that project in 2022, and it didn't get done until summer of 23. So that's why I wanted to quickly get on this and see if we could get on his agenda to get this updated.
Appreciate it. Thank you for doing that research too.
I make a motion that we approve it.
Got a motion made by Commissioner Parker to approve this for the line of duty last date on the marker.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Applewhite. All those in favor? All those opposed? Carries unanimously. I know that y'all need to get so that y'all can catch your flights, and y'all be careful on your trips home. Thank y'all. Okay, since we've got everybody here, we're going to change up the order a little bit. We're supposed to go into executive session, but we're going to move down to number 7 and discuss possibly taking action regarding the potential development of centralized public safety dispatch system for law enforcement, fire, emergency medical center, coordinating with the city of Mount Pleasant, authorizing the county judge and the Titus County Sheriff to engage in negotiations with the city of Mount Pleasant on behalf of the county concerning such dispatch arrangement. Mr. Copeland's here to talk a little bit about it. We've got Chief McRae here today. I thought I saw him. There he is. He's hiding behind the EMS. We got our police chief here. We've also got EMS from Christus here. And if any of you'd like to speak, me and Chief would talk about. Rob's in the far back there hiding as well. We've been working on this. Chief McRae told me over 50 years ago. Since Rob's come into office, we started working on this, and the last time they got close to it and then kind of pulled out. But we just want to make sure that we can do on this. Chief, would you like to speak a little bit of that?
As you said, we come close a couple of times getting this done. I've been here a day or two, and we've been working on this for a long time. The good thing about having a central dispatch is information not get lost, processing things quicker. Everybody will be in the same room. That way, if the sheriff's department's out there and they arrive on the scene first, and they're able to provide information, comes back into central dispatch, and they can let fire, EMS, anybody else that's responding, PD. So, this is, it's a model that's used around the United States and everywhere else. We just struggle to try to get this done, but it would be great if we can make this happen this time.
That's it. Time is of the essence. It doesn't matter if it's fire. The chief will talk about that, is getting out there in the EMS as well. We had an incident with Miss Brown this weekend. Her son had an epileptic seizure. It went to Texarkana. Took them about 20 minutes to get there. This speeds up the timing of it. I also had my father fall up at Jackson Oil, and my stepmother was talking to the EMS or the dispatch out of Texarkana. She told them that they were at Jackson Oil. That lady didn't know where Jackson Oil was. Yeah. So if we've got a local deal here, it helps timing and getting our personnel there and the right personnel.
Absolutely.
And we're not bouncing it back to Texarkana, back to Mount Pleasant, some information getting lost in the process. Chief of Police is here today. He'd like him to speak a little bit about it. I think, Chief, if you want to speak a little bit about it, somebody from each entity will be on the board. So if, in case the Chief of Police gets mad, he can't just go in and fire dispatch. If the fire department gets mad, they can't. County, it all works together. And the sheriff's been working with them as well. Sorry, Chief.
Good morning. I'm Mark Beeman, the Chief of Police here in Mount Pleasant. So this was really something in speaking with Chief McRae when I came here about 5.5 years ago that I was very interested in making happen. The way currently 911 calls are received in the county, they all come to the city's dispatch center because we're called the PSAP with the COG. It's the primary service provider for 911. When we receive that call, my dispatcher answers that call, and then they determine whether it's an EMS call, which is then transferred to a dispatch center in Texarkana. If it's a county call that's sheriff related, then they transfer it to the county sheriff's dispatch center. And if it's fire or police related, we keep it. When we transfer it, though, it is then a dead end, which means it can no longer be transferred out. And so if it's an EMS call, for example, we had a stabbing a few weeks ago where they transferred it to EMS, but at first they didn't know it was a stabbing. They just knew they wanted an ambulance there to treat somebody. Fortunately, my dispatchers continued to listen to the call and realize that this was a crime that had occurred and dispatch officers, but they no longer had control of that call. It had already been transferred. Many of our smaller entities that we see, such as the school district police departments, they're all dispatched. Some of them are by the county and some of them by us. But we're all moving forward to the current and best functioning radio system, which is a 700 megahertz radio system, which gives us a greater capacity for frequency throughout the county, much better reception throughout the county. and it also makes it so we can share channels much simpler. And so as Sheriff Bragg has been able to purchase those 700 megahertz radios, he'll be able to come onto the frequencies that we have already paid for rather than spend several $100,000. And so this is kind of just a natural evolution of what we see in public safety here in the county with this dispatch coming into one place. Yes, as I spoke with Sheriff Bragg, I think I've seen this, I've been in an area where this has happened before. Actually, I visited Carrollton a few weeks ago. They actually have a centralized dispatch center between them and 4 other agencies. And they work different channels for different agencies depending on the size and scope that they need, but it works very well for them and they're able to share some of those costs. And I think for us, you know, when we have something like a CC's incident, right, which we had last year, every public safety entity in the county is there, but we're not currently on the same place, right? And so to me, this is just the best way to handle public safety for everybody and to get the quickest response. There's no more delay in transferring calls to different dispatch centers, which, you know, especially for EMS calls, a 30-second or 1-minute delay can mean a lot. I would say for catching bad guys, that delay can also mean something for us. And so we like the quickest information to get out to the officers as quickly as possible, and I really don't like that my dispatchers are getting information and then realizing it's no longer ours, and now they're transferring it for somebody else to get the same information and then get somebody finally going. So I really, in speaking with the city manager and with the fire chief and Sheriff Bragg, I really want this to be something that we're unified on, where moving forward, it's not just the police department making decisions about how things are going, but we have a board that sits together, that manages things and makes decisions about how we procedurally work through things. So I think that would be in fairness for all the entities involved, and I want this to kind of naturally grow as we move forward. Obviously, we want to move forward quickly. By this next budget cycle would be great, but that's a very aggressive timeline, but we really want to do that. So I want to make sure that as we grow forward together, and so we make it so it works for everybody. So anyway, the first step I decided was to make sure everybody was on board by putting our signatures to a piece of paper, which is just an interlocal agreement that this is what we want to do. I think if we're all committed, though, we can make it happen, and it'll be something that will benefit all of our citizens. So I'll take any questions, or I'll sit down and shut up, whatever you want.
I don't have anything.
Thank you. Christus, would you like to speak on behalf of y'all's EMS? I know it's not necessarily Christus yet, but pretty close, and we do have a Christus emergency room as well. So,
thank you, Judge. My name is Sean Salter, and I represent Christus EMS and Christus Flight for Life. We are certainly supportive of whatever efforts you all decide to pursue with regards to creating a local public safety access point. We think that that's an incredible step for the command and control of all the things that you have to do in managing all the complex variables that we see in police, fire, and in EMS. As an organization that runs what's referred to as the secondary PSAP center, I have my own dispatch center in Longview, Texas, where we have the services that we provide to cities or counties in 8 different counties. That call is then transferred to my secondary PSAP center for us to conduct something called emergency medical dispatch. It's an accredited process where a caller is interviewed, and depending upon the answers that they give, pre-arrival first aid instructions are given to individuals all the way and up to and including giving information on how to perform CPR. And so, but again, I look forward to working with the group. I think that there's a lot of opportunity for you all here in Titus County, and we would love to be a member to help in any way that we can.
thank you. I appreciate you coming in today.
Thank you.
Sheriff, don't want to leave you out. Rob, you can get ready to come on up too.
Good morning. As Chief Bunham had said in reference to this combined dispatch, we feel like that moving forward with this project would be a tremendous asset to the county, because it would, having all of our dispatch in one location to send anyone out, whether it be fire, EMS, or law enforcement, would make that a lot quicker, and also having that information in one situation where if we have a combined dispatch. If our officers in the county are needing assistance, the dispatch in there would know immediately, be like, hey, get some of the city guys out to the county, they're in a bind. Or the same situation, if the city's in a bind, they're overwhelmed with things, they can say, hey, get some of the county guys to come into the city, we need some help. Or fire, EMS, whatever the situation may be, we feel like that a combined dispatch, we don't view, as everything we've looked at over the last few months when we've been discussing it, we don't see a downside to it at all, because we look at it as, especially in the first responders, is how quickly can we get to that location, whether it's fire, EMS, or law enforcement. Seconds count, and we feel like if we did this, it would cut down our response times tremendously on being able to get there faster and to help the citizens of Titus County. And like I said, we're already paying for these situations anyway, and if we could take that and combine that into one centralized location, that would make it a lot better for everyone that's involved. I know fire chief, the police chief, myself, judge, city manager Ryan, we're all in agreement that this would be a tremendous asset to the county to have that situation for us. So, thank you.
I just want to make sure that you understand one thing. So right now, initially, this would be the county dispatch and the city dispatch. We know that TRMC EMS is also dispatched out of Texarkana currently, and they're under a contract with that dispatch center. So they will have to make those decisions, EMS, if they want to come on with their timeline. There is a training and a certification you do with all of your dispatchers to dispatch EMS. So right now, we're looking at county public safety. But a side note that I did not mention is staffing. For Sheriff Bragg and I, staffing in a small dispatch center is very difficult. If you lose one person, you're now paying overtime or people are covering shifts. If you lose two, you're in a jam, right? Whether that's somebody going out for medical or going on vacation. If somebody goes on vacation, he and I are usually scrambling, or they are scrambling to find somebody to cover. And what you end up with is single coverage in that dispatch center. And single coverage in a dispatch center is not how you want to operate your dispatch center. At least two people. I have been on I had a very new dispatcher, this was a few years ago, and I went back and listened to the tape as he was working a graveyard shift by himself, which means bathroom breaks, you took the phone with you, and he got a fire call of a fire in the county on a structure fire. He's talking to 911 to somebody. He's getting other 911 calls. He's having to put that person on hold, pick up the other 911 call who's giving him the similar information, but he's also having to dispatch fire departments at the same time and respond, as they say, if they're arriving, while he's switching between now two 911 calls. And I think there was a third that came in that he basically said, I already know, I'm done with you, these people will know more information. So it's very difficult with your staffing too. And so on the management side, this would also be a benefit to have more people in dispatch center, where the ebb and flow of work is always, heaven forbid we have two emergencies in the county and city at the same time, but typically they can tag team with each other and help out, take those calls, and really give more work where there's a bigger problem, and kind of focus on that until it's manageable and handled. So staffing wise, this is also better for, so nothing gets dropped, and managing that dispatch center. So, thank you.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. One of the things I'm probably the most excited about with this project is the people that just came up here. You have key people in key positions that want to work together for one reason: they want to serve, and they want to provide the best customer service they can. I think this is a perfect time to do this, to pursue this. Another thing, another reason I think we should pursue this, or why it's recommended, is that we have a fund balance, and you have a fund balance. Neither one of them are extremely large. So we're able to take what funds we do have, combine them, and we can get more things done, again, for customer service. So I think we have the perfect people in place right now to make this happen, so we can serve both the city and the county and do the best we can.
And with that being said, also ADCOG is on board with helping us with some of that. There'll be some grants and stuff that we will apply for, necessarily from the county. That will help both of us from ADCOG as well.
Correct.
Thank you, Rodney. Any questions?
needed a motion to go into this. I make that motion that we go into this.
Got a motion made by Commissioner Parker for us to go into negotiations with the city and the county together as an interlocal to work on our centralized public safety dispatch.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Mitchell. All those in favor? All those opposed? Will carry unanimously. We're going to move on down to number 8 as well, and consider to possibly approve the resolution approving the insurance bonds by Tarrant County Culture Education Facilities Finance Corporation on behalf of Christus, and I'm assuming you're here to speak on that today as well. This is something we do every year so that they can sell their bonds, and you can come on up. We won't keep you here while we're in executive session, so thank you for coming.
Good. So I'm Jacqueline Harrison. I'm our Regional Chief Financial Officer with Christus Health. So we did this not too long ago with you guys, if you will remember. As a tax-exempt organization and in issuing tax-exempt bonds, we have to have government approval for any projects that we undergo with the use of those funds. Previously, we came to you on behalf of our freestanding ED that we did here in Mount Pleasant. This would be for the purchase and acquisition of TRMC, as well as any future development that would occur after said purchase.
What y'all need to realize, this doesn't affect our bond rating at all.
It does not.
Hilltop, this is all.
That is correct. There is no liability to the county, the city, or anyone else. I just need approval from the court for us to be able to issue.
I make that motion.
Got a motion made by Commissioner Applewhite to approve the resolution approving the issuance of bonds.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Mitchell. All those in favor? All those opposed? So let's make there number 7, number 8. So we're going to go back up and convey into executive session pursuant to Texas Open Meetings Act, Section Texas Government Code 551.071. The Commissioners Court will recess an executive session to consult with county's legal counsel regarding pending or contemplated legislation, settlement offers, matters which the duty of the attorney of the government body under the Texas Disciplinary Rules of Professional Conduct clearly conflict with requirements of the Open Meetings Act, specifically regarding legal options concerning the contract which the county is a party. So we'll take all the commissioners and Ian and Sheriff, if you'll come with us, and John Mark, I'm assuming you've got counsel with you. We're going to convene into at 9:28. Attorneys, yes, and the sheriff. He's part of the contract.
Okay.
So,
It's for just the attorneys in
okay. Well, yes, you can come, Sheriff. 9:28, we're going to executive. So it's 10:06. We're reconvening out of executive session into regular session.
I make a motion to terminate the contract with I3.
On number 6 now, so we've got a motion by Commissioner Mitchell to terminate the contract between I3 Verticals and have Hayes and Flowers negotiate that contract.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Parker. All those in favor? All those opposed will carry unanimously. So number 9. Consider and possibly approve the agreement for continued disclosure service with HTS, considering disclosure service, a division of Hilltop Securities, an estimated $2,000 annually. This is for them to take care of our bonds and stocks each year. We do not have a signed contract with them, and so they won't miss signed contract, and it is $2,000 a year that they do that, take care of our bonds.
Make a motion, we approve it.
Got a motion made by Commissioner Parker to approve that.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Mitchell. All those in favor? All those opposed? Carries unanimously. Number 10, consider and possibly approve the renewal of maintenance contract with Newman Electronics, LLC, Titus County, for the courthouse and annex Justice Center Tax Office and Adult Probation for the March 1st, 2026 through February 28th, 2027. This is already in our budget. Mrs. Nanette budgeted about $10,000 in for this, and it's at $96,62. That's all our cameras and...
Make a motion we approve.
Got a motion made by Commissioner Parker to approve that. Second by Commissioner Parchman. All those in favor? All those opposed? Number 11, so it carries unanimously. Number 11, discuss time frame to extend the burn ban and possible action. Jill?
I would like for Jerry to get up and speak on the county's behalf for that, to see what his thoughts are. And I'd also like to hear from Chief McRae to see what they're doing in the city as well.
Good afternoon. So far in our district out there, since the burn ban been added, or extended, excuse me, I think we've run about 7 or 8 calls on burning complaints. People are just not using common sense. I mean, they got piles of logs out there and leaves out there, and we got a 30-mile-an-hour wind, they go out and light it up. We have not run very many calls far as people burning. We've always got there and made them put it out in time. We run an 8-acre fire the other day in our district, and it was caused by a brush hog. Guys out brush hogging, caught the grass on fire, and then that's so that McRae can probably tell you more about other parts of the county and the city as far as that goes. We're getting green grass on the side of the road, which that would help out on people thumping cigarette butts and stuff out. But when you start getting out in some of these pastures, we still got grass out there. It's 2 and 3 foot tall, and we got a lot of dead wood out there. According to the Forestry Service and stuff, the fire prediction is pretty holding its own, but it's on kind of on the high side. Right now, we're not looking at any rain at all till a week from tomorrow. It's only at 30%, and then I think Wednesday would be a 60%. So it's the good side about having a burn ban on is when people do go out and light these piles and stuff and their neighbors call in on them, then we go out there and we make them put it out before something bad happens. Downside of it is people go out and they want to burn, and you can't blame them. There's logs piled everywhere, but they just don't use a lot of common sense on that. 30-mile-an-hour wind, they light it up, and then it goes. My guys have some first-hand experience here lately because we fought a lot of fires. So,
What do you recommend? Do you think we should take it off or extend it for another 14 days?
I mean, that's y'all's decision on that. Like I said, the good side about extending it is if they do light it on a windy day, low humidity, we can go out there and we can put it out for them, or they can put it out before it does turn into something big. But like I said, we haven't had a lot of fires that was actually caused by people burning brush and stuff. Nothing big. So you want to comment on it?
Problem is you can't fix it all stupid, so
Sir?
if they want to burn, they're going to burn either way.
Yeah, they burn either way. I mean, just...
Chief, is there any of the other counties around us that are still in their burn ban?
No. But basically, we're still in a high fire danger based on the Forest Service and everything we look at. And as Jerry said, we do have some green grass, but that green grass doesn't always have a lot of moisture in it, especially when we have winds coming up, no rain, sun's out. So according to the Drought Monitor, which we watch it's printed every Thursday, Titus County is still in extreme drought. Where our KBDI is at 381, and when it gets to 400, that's when significant fire behavior can become a part. As of last Friday, we had responded to 24 burning complaints. During the burn ban, we've had 5 grass fires that we responded to, but they were not from a controlled burn. However, year to date, before the burn ban went into effect, We had 21 grass fires, 13, which was 62% of them, were started from controlled burns. The Weather Service, as you may have seen on our Facebook, they have been issuing special weather statements reference to outdoor burn, or the elevated fire weather. The Texas Forest Service has actually increased their readiness level to be able to respond to the calls. The fire danger that we looked at today is still a high fire danger based on the Forest Service's website. The other concern is when we do lift the burn ban, everybody's going to light their fires, which can cause problems if the conditions are still like they are now. The other thing is during the day, our resources are limited. Just our volunteer departments work during the day, and so having our resources, so that does concern us, that if we take the burn ban off and we still have conditions that are not favorable, then we could have plenty of fires that we can't respond to. So my recommendation was just to leave it on for a while. Generally, our wildfire season in the spring ends around the end of April. That's under normal conditions, and we're like seven inches behind on rain right now. So it could even last longer than that, could go into the summer. But I would say leave it on and monitor it. It's my recommendation.
Appreciate it, Chief. I'll make a motion, we leave it on for another 14 days to kind of monitor it, see what happens, if we get any more rain.
You want to do it for 14 or 7?
To the next Commissioner's Court meeting.
Got a motion made by Commissioner Parchman to leave the burn ban on for another 14 days.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Parker. All those in favor? All those opposed? Carries 3-1. Number 12, approve oral and written reports of the county officials.
Make a motion, we approve them.
Got a motion made by Commissioner Parchman to approve the oral and written reports. All those, got a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Parker. All those in favor? All those opposed? Carries unanimously. Number 13, consider and possibly accept the treasurer's report as a matter of record.
I'd like to say, you had asked me to bring back to court as a matter of record the amount that we spent for the attorney's fees when we did the P5 Railroad Commission. And that amount was $550, which was lower than the $800 that we were anticipating. And it was payable to West Webb, Culver, and Jeffrey.
Perfect. Got a motion?
Make a motion to approve the treasurer's report.
Got a motion made by Commissioner Parker to approve the treasurer's report.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Parchman. All those in favor? All those opposed? Carries unanimously. Number 14, approve the budget amendments. Unfortunately, we don't have any today, so Ms. Linda don't get to speak to us. So we'll move right on down to number 15 and sign our pay orders and approve payments.
Make a motion to pay our bills.
Got a motion made by Commissioner Parker to pay the bills.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Parchman. All those in favor? All those opposed? Carries unanimously. Closing comments. Jeff, you have anything?
I don't have anything.
Everything. I don't.
All right. Well, that being said, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Got a motion to adjourn by Commissioner Mitchell.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Parchman. All those in favor? All those opposed? We'll adjourn at 10:16. Thank y'all.